All right, class, our essay time. Don't forget, it's the last page on your test booklet. You should have snapped it off. Our question states, explain how stars affect life on Earth. Now, included in stars is the sun. So you could use the second article all about the sun, how the sun helps plants grow. That's an effect of the sun, which is a star. How it helps the animals get the food and oxygen that they need by the plants growing and giving off oxygen. That would be a good one. You could talk about the stars and the constellations and how they use the stars to see which constellations were what and tell stories about it. You could use how it guided them on their journey. You could use how it guided people before maps or computers. You could use that it helped farmers know when to plant. You could use that it helped runaway slaves head to the north by looking to the North Star on the Big Dipper. There's an old song they used to sing about a drinking gourd. That would be the drinking gourd, the Big Dipper. Look at the North Star on the drinking gourd to follow your way to freedom. Let's get this started here now that you have a lot of ideas. Remember, sentence 1 is your topic, 2 is your 3-point sentence, and then comes your first point and support, second point, support, third point, support, and then your conclusion. Rewind my video and listen to that again if you need it. All right. Go ahead and put your thumb there. We have to indent. And the first word of the first sentence needs to be a capital letter. Explain how stars affect life on Earth. Let's just state it like it is. The stars in the sky affect our lives on Earth in many ways. Now that's a complete thought, so I have a period. Did I start with a capital letter? Yes. I end with a period? Yes. That would be sentence number 1. I'm going to put a little 1 by mine. Now notice that it takes 2 lines. Some of you guys are confused. They think 2 lines means I have 2 sentences. No. A complete thought is a sentence. Everybody's essay, unless you think you can write your own, should start exactly like mine did with that exact sentence with a capital letter and an end mark. Sentence number 2 is my 3-point sentence. I'm just going to say I have 3 reasons. I have 3, I should write that word out, 3 effects that stars have on life. That was a short one. I'm done with 2 of them. Now I'm going to start going with my effects. The first one that I'm going to use is I'm going to go for the second story, and I'll find this about plants and animals need the sun to survive. The sun, which is a star, helps plants and animals survive. Period. That's number 3. Now I got to give it some support. I'm going to find exactly where that's wrote. Notice this is my words. Now I want to use their words. Text evidence. Right here on page 222, paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, paragraph 4, it says, comma, quotation marks, plants use sunlight to make food. Period. And quotation marks. Now, I want to make sure Mr. Bauer knows that I know what I'm doing, so I got this highlighter. Some kids like to do this. Here's my first text evidence on page 222, paragraph 4. It says, yours should say that. Text evidence should say that. Now you could say the story says on page 222 You could say, I see that it's written on page 222, paragraph 4. All those things would be the same, but you need to have text evidence. That was sentence 4. This is not that tough. Number 5. I got to come up with another reason. I really like this one. That some slaves used this to escape. Escaped enslaved workers looked for this constellation because the 2 stars in front of the cup always pointed north. This led to freedom on the Underground Railroad. My words. Runaway slaves used stars to lead them to freedom in the north. My words. Sentence number 5. Second point. My words. Now, I need their words. So I'm going to go ahead and copy theirs exactly from the story. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, comes from paragraph 3. It's page 217. This led to freedom on the Underground Railroad. Escaped slaves. On page 217, paragraph 3, I read, comma, escaped slaves, and now I'm going to kind of paraphrase this because it's a little bit long. Escaped slaves would use the Big Dipper to show them the way to freedom on the Underground Railroad. Notice it's capitalized as a proper noun, so I'm going to capitalize it as well. Get my highlighter out here. Got my period. Page 217, paragraph 3, I read. I'm going to proofread now. That was sentence number 6. I've gotten this thing 2/3 of the way done for you. Period 1. I have 3 effects that stars have on life. 2. The sun, which is a star, help plants. The sun, which is a star, help plants and animals survive. Sentence 3. On page 222, paragraph 4, it says plants use sunlight to make food. Sentence 4. Runaway slaves use stars to lead them to freedom in the north. Sentence 5. On page 217, paragraph 3, I read, escaped slaves would the Big Dipper would use, my glad I proofread, use the Big Dipper to show them the way to freedom on the Underground Railroad. Sentence number 6. Now I did 2. You got to come up with one more reason that stars affect us on Earth. Maybe you want to pick the farmers, knowing when to plant crops. Maybe you want to pick these travelers on the journey that would use them. Maybe you want to pick the people that sail on ships. Your choice. Come up with your own sentence for number 7, and then a copied sentence or paraphrase sentence from the story, including where you found it, and then a conclusion. Remember, your conclusion should sound a lot like your topic sentence. The stars in the sky affect life on Earth in many ways. All right, guys, I'm looking forward to yours looking just like mine. 9 sentences for an A+. You guys have a good rest of the day.